I entered in the road, I kneeled down and took my hands up.
In the middle of the road?
In the middle of the road. Now stopping the car of the president.
The convoy of the president.
Of the president.
Of the Republic.
Of the Republic. I don't believe in witchcraft at all.
Doesn't exist.
My faith doesn't exist at all. Maybe you can give somebody a poison, but you see, it cannot work. If it was to work, I know the people who have been vying for the big seat, they have been using it. Then they could be in the position. They could be in the position. You are a young guy, and maybe I'll give you something which will be very interesting for you as an elder.
Yes.
Yeah? If you see somebody coming out from the house of your mother 3-4 times, he's your father. Respect him.
Yes.
Respect him.
Yeah.
So when you see the president, he is there. He is the president of all of us.
So today we are honored to be here with the one and only Honorable Ngunjiri. These are one of the political veterans in this country who we can actually say are behind the victory of Kenya Kwanza in the last election cycle. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Asante sana.
Yes. Nimeshukuru kwa kubali wito wetu.
Yes.
Yeah. So who is Honorable Ngunjiri? Umezaliwa pande gani?
Mimi ya kwanza
yeah.
Nimezaliwa pande ya Banita.
Yes.
Banita ni pande ya Nakuru County.
Yeah.
Constituency for now ndio Solai. Yes. That's where I was born. Yes. In Banita Saiso Estate. I was born there sometimes 1953.
Kabla independence.
Oh yes.
Ah.
Yes.
And you're looking like you're 40.
Well, it's grace of God, grace of God, and I yes. Thank God because of that.
Yeah.
And I also thank God because of giving me good health. At least I've gone through a lot of many things, and I have a lot of experience, as you are saying, because of being born where there are squatters. We had villages
yeah.
of Kikuyus, Kalenjin, Maasais, Ikisis, Wakamba. And yes. And I think that's why, you know, I have so many things to balance, yes. And then to understand the tribes, and to understand the most important thing of staying united, yes. All of us, because of how I was brought up. We are playing the game in the same village, it's the same farm, but villages tofauti, but we are playing in one field. Today is Kikuyu and Luos, today is Kikuyu and Luyas, yeah. Today is Kikuyu and Kamba. You know, those kind of things. Yes. Yes. And when I came to see now the other things that is a tribal, yeah. I don't see how it should be, because that's how I was brought up.
You were brought up with all these communities.
Yeah, yes.
Tell me about your family. You were born in a what-sized family? Are you the firstborn?
No, actually, we are born now in a family of 10 people.
Yes.
Yeah, and we have four girls and six men, and I'm fifth born.
Ah.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo ndo pale
katikati.
Mambo ya wale wako juu.
Na wale wako juu. Kuna inaambiwa kwa Kiswahili sanifu, yeah. Makamu. Katikati. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
And how about your education? Ulianza wapi?
Nilianza pahali na ilikuwa naitwa kwa Jack Primary School.
Yes.
And Tenderate Primary School. I was coming from Banita 6 miles up to that on foot. That's where I started my education, and it was very difficult because we are passing through the Saiso Estate. And we never had issues.
Yes. And
the sun of that area is very hot. So we sometimes on the ground, because of the stones, you try to get where there are grasses to pass over because of it's too hot for your legs. And also there were these Raibonis of Kalenjins when they get circumcised. Yes. You know, they used to stay in the in the bushes,
yeah.
Putting bats in the head, putting funny things. Yes. And we have been told by that time that for them to come out from the Chondoni, yeah. That they must kill somebody. That's how the talk was for that time. Yeah, so we had a lot of fear. So sometimes we could don't go in the school because of maybe fearing. So my education was very difficult. Because sometimes we are chastened, we just go and hide ourselves somewhere. Yeah. And again, when you don't appear in the school, it's a problem. When my mother will know again, you have not gone to the school, it's a problem. We had very disciplined mother. Yes. And we had a lot of problem. And we just went through on that, until we reached somewhere. Then 1968, I went to Bavuni Primary School. Yes. I tried a bit there. Then after that, I left. Then I went to the school in Elbagon, Meshinda. Yes. I had a lot of the name in the Meshinda. Also now I've gone there. That's a school which was behaving like a prison. Because it was boarding, very, 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 very disciplined, very, very, very tough. Yeah. So we had a lot of problem also with my education, and I did what I did. Then when I finished, yes. I did secondary a bit also, primary, secondary a bit there. Then I left. Then I went to Embu. There was a school in Embu where I went and finished without a problem because I was going some days I'm at home, and I went there to do the Mutihani exam. Yeah. So I didn't stay there and did not know people. And when I finished, then I just went in the business. I've been very good in the business because my father was a farmer. Yeah. And my mother was very hard working on the farm. We are staying in the Banita. Yes. We had a butchery. We had a sawmill, Kusiaga Unga. Yeah. And we were allowed to cultivate in Saiso Estate because my father was very senior in the workshop. He was respected by that Mzungu. So I just started business. So, but before I had something I would like to mention that when I was young in the Banita, I used to see a lot of food being cooked with the drums by my mother and other women. So I did not know why is this food being cooked with the drums, so many. Kienyeji, githeri, a lot of food. Why? Yeah. And when I was trying to wait to see what is it about, then in the morning I could not see any food. Amen. The food has gone. So I did not know what was going on. So I came to know that was the center of Mau Mau. That's where they were coming. The women cooks food. And because my father was staying somewhere independently, where he was staying because he was a bit senior, so a dependent place, and the opposite of it was Babu Wood. Babu Wood was working there as Nyapara, yes. The first African to be MP in the Solai, in the Banita, now we call it in general. Yeah. Then I came to understand later, asking my mother, why did this food go and how many people did they come here and eat this food? So my mother could dodge me and dodge me and dodge me. Then also sometimes, because I was very close with my father, I could be seeing he is coming with a home guns made because he was doing in the workshop. And we should be forced to sleep because there are some people who are going to get those guns. Yes. But it was not a big deal for me. I could not know exactly because I was young. Yeah. What was happening. But we went that way, and the very interesting thing I would like to mention also, the time of when we are getting independent. Yes. You see, we went, the village was put the big screen to see when the Munyao akipandisha pendera. Yeah. Yes. Then we went there, the village. So when we were young, you know, the other side, our Zungu Italis who were manning that farm, they were there. And we were seeing their children with the bicycles and what. So we started fighting as young people. Yeah. That when we get independent, that bike will be mine, this bike will be mine. Then we are fighting, thinking that is that is the meaning of independent, that Wazungu are going to go. And they leave you there. And they leave you, so you are fighting on the bicycles. I'll get that bicycle, I'll get this bicycle. So that's how we went until then I started business. One, I started with the selling dania. Yeah. My mother was given a small shamba because my father bought a shamba in the Bahati, 1962. 75 acres. Then he bought another land in 1964 in Kabatini, 399 acres. Yes. And he bought through the Pareto. He was very good in Pareto, planting Pareto, and it had very good market by that time. And because he had other resources of cash, giving cashews to prune the palladium. So he was not touching the money of palladium, was going in the bank, and he had a lot of money. And even they alerted him to buy another land because the land had been paid by the loan he had signed in the bank, Standard Bank. So he bought Kabatini, 399 acres. So I started the place he could give my mother a small place. Then I could plant dania and cabbages.
So Mheshimiwa, let me ask you, did you make your first million through dania?
No.
Yes.
But my future and my money,
yes,
the start was there.
That was the beginning.
That was the beginning. That's why I started. Then I could sell dania. Then I started selling cabbages. We're taking with the matatu or our tractor when it is taking milk. We're taking milk in town. Yeah. And also I became a driver that I could take now the milk of my father, yes, in town, KCC. So I would go with my dania and those kind of things. So I started there, then I went to reach somewhere. Then I saved some money. Then I bought a Peugeot KLD. Yes. A very old car. It was just dumped somewhere as a scrap.
Is it the 504?
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. Then I bought that one for another mzee, just neighbor there was called Faul Muchina. Yes. He had a big farm. Then he had dumped that car and bought another one. So I went and bought 7,000. Then 7,000. Wow. Then the best thing, I knew how to repair. Yeah. So I started repairing it in a good way in my father's workshop in now the farm. Then spray good image of the car, dania and all those things. Then I started also selling with it, selling cabbages now. Then I started now, you know, you could use it like a matatu, although it was tent. It was not built, But on the side, you know, those matatu Peugeot I've had, you know them. Then on one side there was a desk, and the other side was a desk. People could stay facing each other. Yeah. So when I'm taking my dania, I go with some few people. There were no vehicles by that time, many for matatu. Then I went, I did somewhere, I sold it. I went and bought the tractors. There is a mzungu called Knelt, just here in the net. He had a very big workshop, and so he was a big contractor in Narok and all those areas. So he was selling scrap. So I went and find out on that auction, there was a tractor which is being sold as a scrap called Naffield. And there's another one, Masifagers called the TF20, using paraffin. I think you guys don't know there were tractors using paraffin. It was using paraffin, and the other one was using diesel. There were three. Yeah. So when I bought them, I was sold 16,000, three of them. But I was not being sold like a tractor. I was being sold as a scrap. Yes. Then, do you know I didn't have money? I deposited 2,000. Yes. 2,000 shillings. Then I stayed. I was paying slowly. I finished 1 year when I have not actually completed the payment. Then, one day, other people had taken their scraps. So mine was just remaining there in the yard. So the in charge of that farm was Mwindi. So by coincidence, when I went there, I had some money to pay. Then the Mzungu came, the Nelan. Yes. And he asked me now, who is the owner of these scraps remaining here? Then the Mwindi told him it is for this gentleman. Yeah. Then Mwindi, the Mzungu asked Nelan, what's the problem? When are you going to finish paying this tax? When are you going to take? How much have you paid? Then he was told by Mwindi I paid 9,000. Yes. Then he asked me, 1 year, 9,000? When will you pay the balance of the money? I said I'll be paying slowly, even today. Part of that 9,000, I brought 1,000. Yeah. Then he said, blood fucking maskini. Take these crabs out with that money. I don't want, see this crab here by 1 week, I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
Then now I was allowed to take them with the 9,000.
And originally it was 16,000.
16,000. So now I took them.
You're the real hustler.
Eh?
You're the real hustler.
So I took them, and because I was taking milk from my father with the tractor,
Yes.
so when I took the milk the following day, I came and pulled one of the smallest tractor using paraffin.
Yes.
Just on the junction of getting our home from the tarmac called Mirusita.
Yes.
I just got somebody, I can't remember exactly his name, he had a portion mill.
Yeah.
So just by joke, he asked me, he stopped me and told me, can you sell me this tractor so I can be doing with it my portion mill? Just joking, I told him, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, how much? I told him 4,000. We bargained, he said 3,000. Yeah. We agreed. And his home was not far. He told me, take it on my place, and this is the 3,000 I'm going to give you. Then I saw I have a lot of money. And now the 3,000. So the following day when I took the milk, I went for the other one. I brought it home, TF20. Then after that, I got the Nafute. I just took it in my place, in my father's place. Luckily enough, I was taught by my father, the mechanic. Yes. So I knew how to repair this tractor. But God helped me. This Nafute tractor, it was like a special tractor. It was good when I repaired. I put everything down. I made the engine. The engine was the same for these tractors from BMC. It was BMC lorry, the same engine. They were selling the same engine. So I went and got the spares, CMC. I started repairing, and it came back very good tractor. Now I want to start plowing, but I don't have a djembe. Now I could work with my father's nini by the evening. And my father was also funny father, because when he knew I would be using his djembe, he could make sure that I've worked until 6.
So that you can't use.
Because he was staying in another farm, so I cannot use the djembe. So I could move from 6 and do a bit of plowing for people. And God helped me that I want to appreciate my mother and the women. I was supported by women. Because when I was starting plowing for them, they could wait and say, we are just waiting for the tractor of Ngunjiri. And there were new tractors. But they just say, we are waiting for the djembe of Ngunjiri. They liked me. So I started now having some money. Then after that, now I sold again the tractors. I bought a matatu. It was going from Eldoret to Nakuru to Nairobi. I did a bit of work with it. I was sold 25,000.
So this thing of business has been in you?
Yes. I bought it. Then I started carrying from Eldoret, myself driving from Eldoret, Nakuru to Nairobi. And that time there was a lot of powers from the people who started matatus. They had a lot of power. They must carry use all their cars. You'll be given the last. Sometimes I could say 1 week. I've not done any job. So I saw this thing will not be good. Then I came here in Nairobi, Dumbuine. I kept Udhero. I kept a shop there. Then I started, when I'm coming in Nairobi, I come with the cabbages and carrots and all those things. I started now selling there. Then my drivers could now, I employed a driver to be carrying Udhero to the Mlango Kubwa. So I saw it is not working properly. So by that time, maybe you hear the history. There was something called Madiri. Madiri started because
it's from way back.
It's from way back because nothing. It was everywhere you are dropped. It is nearly 3.
No wonder that is
Madiri. Yes, that's the name. It was 3. Yes. Anywhere you be dropped, 3 shilling. So I started now from Grogon, going Mlango Kubwa. And that's the time also the name came Wahia. Wahia was, we are queuing, the police has come. So we are here, and you are going to be banned.
Yeah.
So you must run away. That's where Madrid, it was it started. That's where we're here. It started there. So I went and I saw now again this one is not taking me well. Yes. I went back to the tractors. Yes. Then I bought one. It was as a scrap. Now I started again building it. Then I started plowing Narok. Yeah. I started Posmoru, Okuruto, Nailekiangare, Melili. Those are the areas I was doing. And because my tractor was old, I decided to have 2 torches and put in the tractor here in front so that I can plow at night. Because the shambas of Narok, it was very long and there are no trees or anything to stop you. So just to show me the line and put the jepen down, then I could just go. And I had 3 drivers. One driver to start in the morning up to lunch hour. The one takes until in the evening. Yes. Then I will be cooking food for them. Yes. So in the evening I will get now my tractor and put those 2 torches. And I will plow because you know Mao is very cold. That time was Okulto. It was very cold. So when you're in the tractor, it's better for me instead of sleeping because there is heat in the tractor. It's warm. Yes. So I could just plow acreage and acreage. In the morning when people are waking, they will see something different. And don't forget, at 6, I will go back to the yard where we had put a tent.
And then your employee takes till midday.
First when I reach there, the employees they are still sleeping. Yeah. I will make sure that I've gone to the kitchen and metengeneza uji. Yes. And wake them. Before they take uji, I'm greasing the tractor. So I'll divide them now to go and... So I worked. That's why I'm happy for my God. I breathe on my hands. So I went until I started plowing for breweries, but I didn't have all the equipment. I started looking for hire of equipment. I could do the plowing, the other one would be harrow, the other one would plant. Until one day, I had enough money for loan. I went and bought a tractor called the Massey Ferguson. It was 275, the size of the tractor. So I started now working like an animal. Having 4 drivers working 24 hours. Then the company started spoiling the service. Yes. Then we started the route. When we finished Maunarok, those areas plowing, we go in Meru, Mikindoli. We plow in Mikindoli. Then we come down to Mwea. We do some embu, some cotton farms. Then I will go up to Retokto. Then after Retokto, I will go up to Shaplat, between Kisses and Kalenjin. Then by that time will be December. Now we come back home. Then I handed the tractors, and I had about 3 tractors by that time. Then I went and bought another tractor, Fiat. I saw that the Massey Ferguson had a problem with the service and what. I went to Fiat. You know, there was a competition of the companies. Then there's a Mzungu came from Nyanyuki. Yes. This Mzungu was employed to actually try to revive Massey Ferguson factory in a good way. Then he identified me as somebody who is very hardworking. The way I come there and also go to him, complain about the workshop, or do what? When you take your tractor there, they remove your spares, they put it for somebody. I complain. So he marked me. So he started coming in Narok where I'm plowing. Yes. He saw how I was working very hard. He liked me. And we had a topic to be talking with him all the week when I'm in Nakuru. Yes. So he decided to help me. We went with him to the brewery. He said, this man, the work he's doing, if he's doing 2,000 acres, add him 5,000, and you see, to be given a contract, they must come and see your equipment. So I never had enough to be given 5,000. So he promised them, I'll be able to support him. Just give him the contract of the shamba plowing and planting, then I'll provide more machinery with him, for him. So I was wondering, this Mzungu is very much interested with me. And when I was given that contract, you know that time they respected Wazungu. Yes. When he goes to the brewers now, They will hear,
So,
yes. So when I was added, he came and saw where I was added. They found there were a few the officers and what. Let me tell you, by the next day, I saw a tractor, 4-wheel Massey Ferguson, brought in my yard in Recruito with a lorry.
Brand new.
Brand new. So as he came himself.
Yeah.
Told me, I brought this tractor. I want you, because you're hard worker.
Yeah.
I want you to do this tractor. I want to do more. Now we have got 5,000 acres. I'll add you another tractor if you do well.
Yes.
And again, if you do well, we are going to add the brewery to give you more acreage. So we went, he continued, and I've not paid, but we agreed with him, when I do the contract, the invoice I take to the brewery is here headquarters.
Yes.
Then the checks, some of them have been written in the name of the company for payment of the loan, of the tractor, paying now the tractor. It was a very good arrangement. So I continued like that. I continued. Do you know I ended having 15 tractors, doing 10,000 acres for breweries. 15 tractors. 15 tractors. 1987, I had 15 tractors.
At that point, you were what age?
Eh?
How old were you at the time?
Well, if you move from 1953, you can see how. I was just, I can call myself, maybe I was 30-something, 30 or 20-something. Because I married when I was 27.
Okay.
That's when I married.
So, Mheshimiwa, we have seen you are a real hustler. No wonder uko in the middle of this government. You understand what it means to say bottom up.
Yes.
Now let's go to the current happenings in the country. I have seen some people calling Honorable Rigathi Gachagua a tribalist when he's saying he wants this and that for Mount Kenya. You saw the MP of Bumula saying that he will introduce an impeachment. What do you think about that? Are these people right when they say the DP is a tribalist? Or are they just on a witch hunt? No,
not really. But before I come there, let me show you how I came into politics. Maybe it's very important.
Yes.
That I was sold around 2.5 acres in Nakuru,
yes,
somewhere just on the gate of going to Kabarak, called Kiamunyi. Yes. It was in the farm called New Githega Farm. And that's where I was staying. That's where I made my workshop when doing all these tractors. And somebody was helping to buy the next house when it was subdivided, been sold.
Yeah.
Then he went back behind my back and he bought my house instead of buying what I was trying to help him. Then we had a big problem with him. We stayed for a long time. He was fearing to come and enter and remove me there. Then one day he came with a mob of people. The way the auctioneers, they do try to remove me in that nini. Then we had a big fight. We fought, I went to the police, you know, many things. I was charged because of fighting, a lot of many things. Then I went to the court, I saw it will not help me. That's where I looked for Moi when he was coming. He was used for Kabarak coming to State House in Nakuru.
Yes.
About 8:30 or 9 on Saturday. So I waited for him. I knew he'd be my savior, and I had reached the end. Yeah. So when he was coming, the first car of escort passed. I entered in the road, I kneeled down and took my hands up.
In the middle of the road?
In the middle of the road. Now stopping the car of the president.
The convoy of the president.
Of the president.
Of the Republic.
Of the Republic. Now, people came with the gun and what, but he came out from the car. He told me, he talked with me, what is the problem, what? He put me in another car. He told me, let's go in the State House. I was kept in the house somewhere to eat, to drink.
Yes.
And I was worried. I don't know whether I'm going to be jailed because I know what I did is not right.
Yes.
I don't know whether he's going to listen or going to help me or going to see maybe the reason why I was doing that. But you know, it's a big story. He came back, we talked, and he helped me so much. And I ended buying that land, and that's why I entered in Kanu.
So you were brought in by the second president of the Republic?
Yes, because when he helped me, I still have no money to give him or anything. Let me enter in politics because now by that time Kikuyus were in the opposition.
Yes.
It was so important for him, the way I saw it, being a Kikuyu in Nakuru, where there are Kikuyus and other tribe to try to help him.
Yes.
And as a youth. So I entered there, and we continued. 1987, I vied, I could not get a seat. Then I started now fighting 1998 to take the leadership of Kano, and I became the chairman of Kano Nakuru district. That was the district by that time. So that's how I entered in politics.
Yes.
So we went that way. It's a big story. But now coming to the question you've asked me. Yes. You see, always we have where we have come from.
Yes. Always.
And don't be cheated that this country is not tribal. When you come to politics, yes. It is tribal. And we cheat ourselves and we cheat people. Okay, we are all fighting to come out from this, the tribal, but when it comes to politics, you see, we have not actually come out from that, because you cannot say that you come from Kiambu, you go and stand in Western, or you stand in Nyanza and be elected. They'll still be looking at their own
people first.
Their own people first. So there's two tribal, although we are trying, and our prayer is you guys, you young people, when you come up, you try to kill this politics, because it's not helping in the country at all. And again, also, we must agree, you know, the way we are all tribal, every tribe has its own gift to build the country. Yes. Every tribe has its own gift. And you see, I always tell people, I don't know why I ended being born in Nakuru. I don't know why. I don't know why I was called a Kikuyu. I just got it. My grandfather, they are that way. Yes. The other one doesn't know how he came to be a Luo. The other one doesn't know how he became to be a Maasai. The other one doesn't know how we became Melo and how we ended being Kiambu. Others in Narok, yes. Others in Nyanza. That's the creation of God. Yes. So we should not fight on this thing, because we are in one country. And the gift of different tribes, it builds very well. Yes. Because like now, the Maasai is the work they do for cows and what. You cannot be able to do it. Yeah. You see, like a useless job, but it's a good job. Yeah. You see people went there and started plowing like us wheat. Now Maasai has taken over. They are big farmers. They are young people who have made money. But before that, they were just on cattle. Oh, yeah. So it's different. We need to accept each other. So when you're asking me whether Gachagua, when he says this, whether it's tribal, it's something very sensitive to actually to explain, because that's where he comes from, and there's people also he does the politics with when they joined with the deputy president. But I think when he is saying that, he is saying maybe his people are not being pushed properly. But I think for my advice, we should come out from that, yes. and do it in a different way. Because like now, Sakaja, when he was elected as a president, as a governor, he was elected by all tribes. Yeah. You get it? Yes. So I think that is something should be discussed in-house and see how they can be sorted out. Because it can also, yes, public, because at the end of the day, it can also put that in, again, isolation of 41 against 1. So we need underground. He is a deputy president. He has all the powers to discuss, because Sakaja was saying he discussed with the president. Yeah. So I think in between them three, they need to discuss, because we need people from where he comes from to do good business, but also to work with other people in a good environment. Yes. And that's what I would advise him to do as an elder. But we are still talking with him, and he's a good person. I like him. He knows politics. And, you know, he was a deal. So I think we should go now in that direction. In fact, even the other day I mentioned, when they wanted some elders to make him that is the king of Kikuyu community, yes. I talked to that yesterday, and I was against it, because a king and the spokesman, they are two different. Yes. Completely two different. A king is a king where there is nobody else above him. No challenger. No challenger. That's a king from the history which we know. Yes. But he is the spokesman of the people of Central where he came from. That's okay. In Naroko, there is a spokesman. In Nyanza, there is a spokesman. You see, yes. The spokesman who airs issues of where he comes from. And talks on their behalf. On their behalf. Yeah. But you see now, when we start now saying, granting him and putting that he is a king, we are isolating ourselves we are making him to associate himself to the people. And he is not the president, he is not the vice president of Kikuyu.
Yes.
He is the vice president of the country, of Kenya. So what will be other tribes that now also saying? So that one I told, and also these elders, they brought confusion. The other time when we are doing campaign, they are on the other side of Azimio. They went to grant Leader Odinga, which is the culture doesn't allow. They did funny things because of money. So I was telling them, we respect them as elders. Yes. In fact, I'm the one who started the Kikuyu Council of Elders with somebody called Washira. But the motive was not that. Yes. Motive was to make peace and putting people together. Yes. So we don't want people, those elders, because they were fighting, let's first themselves agreed. Because when we started the Kikuyu Council of Elders, it came so many organizations, Kiama, Atideli, Aporuri, so many people, so many groups came. I think people like to be mentioned as a chairman somewhere. You see, even people fight for the funeral to be a chairman. Yeah. In the funeral. So and it's something for a short time. Yeah. So people like leadership very much. Eh? So we would not like to go on that direction. And when you see now, even the president, he has now been counted that he is the spokesman of, he is the king of Kalenjin. If he goes in that route, he's finished. And let me tell you, that's why the president we have somewhere around Pluto, he succeeded. Because when Ruto they went with the handshake with the leader Odinga or the ODM, now the other people, yes, and the Kina Kalonzo, they counted themselves to be paramount chiefs on their area. Kalonzo in Nyanza, leader there, they tried to crown some other Uhuru in the central, they did that, and it messed them. Yeah. And only the person who was wise and we were talking with him not to agree, it is the deputy president to be the paramount chief of Kalenjin. We told him don't agree. He refused. Even so, he's very smart. He refused. He said, myself, I'm a leader of Kenyans. And you see that one added in vote. He refused to be a tribal chief. Yes. Completely. Yes. Others went on the tribal chiefs. And that's why the deputy president was accepted by many people by that time before he became a president to be elected. So that's how I would like, and we like a lot of peace in the country, and we like to respect all these people. There's Mudavadi. Yeah. Mudavadi is a very experienced person, very experienced. I'm hearing some people saying now, I don't know, Mudavadi was given more powers than, no. Everybody has his own thing to do. Yes. Mudavadi was a vice president. Mudavadi had been a minister from when he left the school. He became a cabinet minister. He has worked in treasury as a cabinet. He has also worked with the chairman of council, of councillors, the minister of local government. So he has a lot of experience. So we must agree, let everybody do his work with experience. Because this country, where we have also missed, it is giving the position of the people who have no gift on their line.
This interview was recorded at Sunstar Hotel's VIP Lounge. Sunstar Hotel is amongst the top 3 hotels in Kenya. It offers 5-star accommodation, a 24/7 restaurant, and free Wi-Fi. If you are ever on the move and need a place to rest, don't hesitate to make a stop over at Sunstar Hotel.
You give them ministries, but they are not gifted in that line. But now Sheikh Mudavadi, even if he can close his eyes just like this, he knows the minister and he knows the system which is being used. Yes. Rigathi Gachagua have been stationed by the president. These people of Central, making a lot of noise because of coffee, tea, and milk. Yes. It is very important you being my vice when we are doing other things with you. Can you help? This is about milk. It has been noise from all decades, from the time of Moi, from the time of Kibaki, from the time of Uhuru. We haven't got a problem. Can you go and help? Yeah. Is it a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. So the president is still trying to analyze, to analyze the people he has put in the ministry. And let me tell you, it will be very soon, I know he'll be able to know who is supposed to be where and who is supposed to be where. The president is young, and I know he is going to change this country. According to me as an elder, I know that the president we have today, dynamic president, The way you see, when you talk about the agriculture, you say everything inside about the agriculture. He knows. When you go to education, he knows. You remember when he was a minister of agriculture, he changed. You remember when he went to higher education, he changed higher education. So when you come now to youth and what, he knows. When you go to issue of the medical, what, ministries, tourism, he knows. So I would urge maybe we give him chance. But there's one thing I would like to appeal to the Kenyans. It is not the president can change this country when he's alone. He is doing his part. All of us, we need to play our part. And that's how we can help. But no, not fighting the president after he's been elected. Let's hope and work with him and try to show him other things which maybe we are seeing they're not working well. But not fight because he's spoiling this country. The other day I said something very important I would like to mention. Yes. You see, there's many of people, already Odinga is talking about now about the audit. I have no problem with the audit. It is good to audit. But what happened in the election? This is no problem. Yeah. But I like him because he was vying for the president. He did not get. I would advise him the first audit he could do, go in Central and audit. Why did Kikuyu give Ruto vote? That's a very good audit for somebody who has future. You becoming a president. Why did Kikuyu give Ruto vote? And we have been accused before, we cannot give any other tribe as Kikuyu. That's an audit he can do and research. Let's go in Western. Why did Western give the president now vote? Do that research and see why. And there were people who are voting in ODM. Go in Mombasa. Why did the president Ruto raise his vote in a very big way? Yeah. Almost winning the whole thing. In fact, even for the governor, we had 9,000 and the governor had 11. That was a miracle. Why does he want in Kilifi? Why does he want in Kwale? Those are the audit which he should do. And see now, like the people like Narok and the Nini. Why did the people in the Kajiado give Raila more vote and the Ruto got less vote? Why did Kajiado? Those are the audit. And after doing that audit, I will advise them. The most important thing to Raila Odinga and his group, and also in our side as UDA and all other parties, we have been having problem and crisis of IBC. Before the handshake, Raila Odinga was talking about IBC. The way it is, it's not good, it should do and what. When they had in handshake, they discovered and start talking, we are going to win because of deep state and the system. They forgot now the vehicle to take them to election, it is IBC. Today, already we have violated the constitution of border review because it was supposed to be 10 years. Yes. It has passed now. According to my assessment, 4 million people, young youth, they did not vote. We should audit why. And I'm also projecting the next election coming, the people who do not have ID or registered themselves as a voter, there will be about 5 million. So we are projecting, I'm projecting 9 million people. We should prepare of them. We should prepare now, how do we do border review? How would that vehicle be? But now, now you can see, Chief Carter and his group have gone. Can you see we are in the crisis? Now unless we start trying to do other things. And again, how do we elect them? When we start these language of politics and all this kind of thing, will this vehicle taking us of IBC to election, will it be ready? To me, no, when we start those languages. Because we want them to do border review. A place like now Naivasha, I'm just giving an example, but many areas. Registered voters are about 300,000. You go to the other area, registered voters are 60 or they are 40. Are we sharing the cake properly? We are not. What they have been saying all the time, sharing of the cake. Is he seeing in one constituency 300,000 people? Eh? And you see some other areas, they have been elected as member of parliament with 3,000 votes or 6,000 votes. Are we fair? We are not fair. So that vehicle, we should focus on that vehicle of taking us to the next election. So we properly manage that the border review have been done. There will be a lot of politics on it. Eh? Like now, if you are a politician and politician on Nakuru, I'll be pulling on my side. Why can this be cut on this? Maybe we have more clan. Maybe have. So it will be a lot of politics on that. Can we go through that first? And when we finish, we build the IBC, we build now border review, then we make sure IBC is proper and we are giving them money in the right time. I can see other government the problem we have been having. Accusing IBC, you give them money the last minute. They need to tender. You need them to do the right things.
Yes.
They need workers. They need to do registration of the people after dividing the constituency. Are we giving them money? Are we giving them time? Now we are focusing on audit. Audit has gone. Let's now prepare the vehicle. Because if you don't want to cry again for the vehicle, we must make the vehicle is properly. When you invited me here,
yes,
the first thing my drive in the morning is to check, open the car, the bonnet, check oil, and check water, so that the vehicle can be sure it will take me where you are.
yes.
So if election we are not looking oil and all those services for IBC, that vehicle will not take us where we need to go.
Now, Mheshimiwa, now that you've mentioned IBC, Wafula Chebukati yesterday was his last day as chairman. Now we are in what some are calling a constitutional crisis. There is no one sitting on the commission. It's just Irene Masit who is remaining, and she is suspended under investigation.
Yes.
What do you think is the way forward?
The way forward, it is that those things in life or in the country, the crisis comes. You cannot be smooth working throughout without crisis. Even you're in your own house. Yes. I'm saying there are crises. But when there is crisis, you must see how to manage. We have a parliament today, which can go and pass some laws and the Senate and see how maybe Chebukati, because even now, Chebukati cannot move from the office completely without have somebody to hand over.
Yes.
Because handover is the key. So with the 3 commissioners handing over, if they're not handed over, let's say first of all Chebukati, if they're not handed over, it's a problem. So let the parliament last very fast. And I've had the Senate, they have been called,
yes,
to discuss the way forward. They can make some laws which can make us actually have a way of preparing for the next commission. They should have that. But what I would urge them, because they're elected as member of the parliament or Senate, on behalf of the people, please, us who are outside, let's not put politics. Let's give opportunity to those people who are elected to roll and see how we can go in the next election, because you have this problem. But now when they are doing it, then we start politics inside. It will not be good for neither side. Neither Azimio, neither UDA, neither Wiper. It will not be good. Let the people who are elected deal with that. And I'll urge the people in the opposition, Leila, Kalonzo, and the other people, please, you have no mandate for the people. The people are mandated, the people who are elected. There is a president, vice, and there is all those ministers. Please, let's prepare the vehicle in a very good way and leave the parliament work on it and the Senate. And also the president who is there. Let's not have fear that maybe he is working on this because of his own interest. Because right now they are saying that the president want to make sure that the commission which will be there, it will favor him. To me, as an elder, I will answer and say this. If he went through what he went, getting this seat, with deep state, with a system, with the president who was there, Kibisho, and all those people, we were actually destroyed, all of us like me. And you see, they did not succeed. The seat of the president is God who gives. And God gives with a reason. So I'll urge them, please give opportunity to the parliament and the Senate and the president to work on that. We who are outside, we are going to participate also helping and see how we can make sure. Because it's like now, me, it's from generation coming. Now I'm only maybe 5 or 10 years. Then now I live for my children and other people to move. So can we make a better structure for our children?
Very true. Now, Mheshimiwa, our final question of the day. You are a Christian, right?
Yes.
So am I, and I'm doing
committed Christian.
Committed,
yes.
Devout Christian.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a part of a documentary. And what we are looking into, because you have been in Parliament, you have been in the Lands Committee and many other committees.
Yes.
Unajua ndani kabisa.
Sana.
we have seen a lot of allegation that there are some politicians who are using some malevolent powers to achieve political gain. Do you think that is true, that there is some form of leaders using witchcraft to further themselves, doing some funny things here and there? Is that true, or the story of...
First, let me answer you something very fast before I come on that.
Yes.
I don't believe in witchcraft at all.
Doesn't exist.
My faith doesn't exist at all. Maybe you can give somebody a poison, but you see, it cannot work. If it was to work, I know the people who have been vying for the big seat, they've been using it. Then they could be in a position. They could be in a position. That one, I like to tell Kenya, there's nothing like that.
Yes.
That's just trying to put people fear, but there is nothing like that. We believe in God, we believe in Jesus. All of us. And
yes.
Kenyans, they are almost 80% as a Christian. We need to focus on that. But I would say, in politics, it's a continuous thing. People are still lobbying for the next election.
Yes.
And the Constitution allows that. So the people are saying, making noise and talking, they are still also preparing and trying to see how they can achieve.
Yeah, in the next cycle.
The next cycle. But also, we are not also sleeping. We are trying to do so much. And that's one of the things the president is doing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him and support him for that, putting the Kenyans together. You see, he was stoned in Nyanza.
Yes.
And he did not go there for campaign. But you see now, the politics is finished. The people of Nyanza, they have realized one thing and they respect him for that. The politics is over, now it is the development.
It's time to work.
It's time to work. And because he is elected as a president, that's why you saw they were with him, all the leaders, all the governors. I appreciate that. And we want to go in that trade. Let's leave this issue of dividing people and also saying that we cannot go where the president. He is the president. He is the president. Yeah? You are a young guy, and maybe I'll give you something which will be very interesting for you as an elder.
Yes.
Yeah? If you see somebody coming out from the house of your mother 3-4 times, he is your father. Respect him.
Yes.
Respect him.
Yeah.
So when you see the president, he is there. He is the president of all of us.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, it is my dream, and there's something I'm seeing. From 63, if there is somebody who change this country, if we support him, the deputy president, he might change this country. I'm seeing that. One, of putting people together. One, rewarding the people even who did not elect him.
Yeah.
Who did not vote him. You know, that heart. It's only Jesus who can do that. It's only Jesus who did that. Jesus loved us before we loved him. And that's what Luther is saying. The people who did not vote for him, he is rewarding them.
Yeah,
in fact, even other people. Yes. And he is very good because he has heart of God, of saying sorry.
Yes.
When we were campaigning, he said this man with the Manyororo. And when they met him, I said, I'm sorry, I attacked you and bad name saying, you are Manyororo man. Yeah. If you see a president kneeling down and saying, I'm sorry, then you can see God in it. Because it's not easy after capturing the people who are fighting to reward them. See people like Mutua. He just came back to us 1 month to election. He has been rewarded in a very good way.
He's in foreign affairs.
He's in the foreign affairs. Good ministry. That's what we should do. Let's share the cake on coming where the president is and pinning him down to tell him, we want this because we are from this side. We want this because, and he is ready to do that. He is young person and sharp, and we need to pray for him. But even ourselves, we need to do something. The president cannot change the country when he is alone. All of us, as you, as young people, the way you are doing, hearing things, measuring things, you know, even the media had gone completely. Some of the media were really fighting us in UD on the other side. Yeah. But now, let me tell you, and the way Louis say, we to change anger.
Yes.
Yeah? Things have changed. The media station now, they're in the problem. Big one. Because they rely on the advertisement. I met one of them. If you look, I don't want to mention the name, but many of them, they are sucking people.
Yeah.
Who are taking over? It's you. Why? Because one of us on the advertisement, he did not take to them, he took to you people. Eh? In WhatsApp, I asked him why. He told me, let me tell you. When we take to these big stations, we pay a lot of money, but we don't know exactly the response. But on this of yours, you guys, you have taken over. Because, like now, the people, if they are advertising with you, definitely on their phone they will see how many people have viewed and how many likes of that product.
And the comments.
And the comment. So it's a direct thing. You know that he invested on you, on your advertisement, and he has seen the return. And when I tell people, many people, deal now with these young people, the way they are doing, like your system. Your followers about 60,000.
Yes.
If they are watching you now, if they put advertisements to you, those people will put like, they will put what they are seeing and the comment. What about in this big station? Nothing. You just invest, but you are not sure.
You don't see the data.
You don't see the data. But this one, you are supposed to see the data. How many people have viewed? How many people have liked? And how many comment? That's where you are going technology. And that's why you have taken over now from this big guy. And we are saying deep state, those guys. Yeah. Now they are going down. There's a problem. In our station, there's a big problem now. People are going in this. And I hope many people are advertising with you. Yeah. And I encourage them, as a young person, the way I'm seeing you, let's advertise with you. There's 60,000 people. You are going to raise to maybe even 1 million and 2 million to be the good thing for you supporting. And you see, you are creating employment for yourself.
Yeah.
It's simple. With just a camera, one camera, and one person, and I've seen you have a Maasai. I did not suspect a Maasai would be doing this thing or doing this thing. I'm happy with that. Yeah. You know, they have not, even now Maasai have come digital. Because now he's dealing with that, now he's the one in charge of the camera. Yeah. You see, those now, you are changing the country to make everybody understand and see how they can be able to work. And I'm very happy with you people. And also the other young people who are doing the digital things. So yes, young people, create employment for you. It's not a must you may be employed, all of you. It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible, Masai, is now all of us to go and graze the cows. You have seen there's a problem with grass. We are grazing in the road now. Yeah. Why can't we look for other job as you have done this guy? And I'm very happy working with him.
Yeah, he's a very hardworking guy.
I can see.
Tuliomba kura for MCA.
Yeah.
No vehicle. We were walking.
Who was wanted to be an MCA?
That was me campaigning, but we walked with this guy looking for votes.
That's very good.
Yeah.
And I will join you supporting you.
Thank you so much.
I will promise you I will join. I liked it, that.
Yeah.
As young people. And you know, maybe you could not have gone through corruption. It was too much, Nini. Yeah. And also, that's why I'm saying, this issue of the parties also, we need to be very careful. Because the parties, sometimes they made the people to be elected who are not good people to be in those positions because of the parties. You see, we lose the opportunity of young people to give them opportunity of leading this country. And Masa is, because he's here, I'll talk more maybe about him. Yeah. And also there's a language we use in Kikuyu. If in cows there is no calves, then there's no future of those cows or that investment. And that's what Masai also do, they believe on that. If there are no calves on their cows or goats, there's a problem. There's a problem. Yes. Because there's no future. Yeah. Because where are calves? In politics, we need to know where are calves. Our calves is young people. We must accept. Like me, if I wanted to be very senior seat in this government, I could have got it. I was very senior fighting for this party. I took risk on my life. But I want people to understand, I'm a mzee who have understanding. I said, no, I want to just arrest a seat. Let the young people and the other people go in those. It's not very important. My name is everywhere. I don't want to build my name to be a minister, to be what. No. Let me just have a small job and push young people to lead this country. And I'll be here for tomorrow. What about if I eat for myself and I eat for my children? Then what will happen?
They will starve.
They will starve. So I think that's what I would say.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. In this interview, you have encouraged us.
Yes.
We have seen the journey of Dania tractors,
yes.
Pole.
Yes.
How you even started your political journey in front of the president's Motorcade.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is very encouraging. As we wrap up the interview, what is the one thing you can say to Kenyans? Because you have very many fans. They're the ones who even said we want Honorable Ngunjiri on this platform. That should be the first.
Oh, they demanded.
They demanded. Yeah. I had done a video and I asked, we are trying to interview.
Yes.
Who would you like to see?
Yeah.
They told me Honorable Ngunjiri. Ngunjiri number 1.
Yeah.
So Miguna came number 2.
Yeah.
And others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've done us a big honor. It's not a small thing.
Yes.
We're just young people. No one knows us. We're just trying.
Yes.
And Mheshimiwa picked my call.
Yes.
And he came.
Yes.
That one, we can just say, God bless you.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so much.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I respond in many phones, even if I have not, I don't know who have called.
Yes.
Because I believe maybe I'm a leader and I can maybe to help. It's not because even for money, but for just for advice.
Yes.
Maybe somebody wants just question, how do I do this? Like now, many people are trying to apply the 30,000 people they have been employed. No, they have been employed as teachers. Maybe somebody will just call you and will tell me, have you registered with the ministry?
Yeah, we're good.
So Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
give us a final word to Kenyans. What can you say to Kenyans right now, based on how you're seeing the politics? Some of them are waiting for the fertilizer,
Yes.
which has been given with subsidies to bring the food down and whatnot. Just a word of encouragement to Kenyans. Yes.
I think what I will say to the Kenyans and also to the youth and also to women and young people,
Yeah.
let's work hard. The ones who are in education, who are going to school, please take care of yourself. Work very hard in education. We don't like to see this message going on of people killing, young people killing themselves, killing their children, killing their wife. It's not biblical. For those things, we don't want to go in that line. And the life is life for God. So we want young people with this education. Either you are getting good marks, you are failing, please. You can be able to change as I changed from where I was, second year up to where I am. And it's not a must that you must have masters and degrees so that you can be able to make life. No. Master is many cattle. They make them, they are not educated. Some of them you see with the big shamba and cattle.
Yes.
I would like to ask Kenyans, please be patient and accept where you are. And accept to work in the situation you are.
Yes.
And let's not be complainant. Let's be the people of performing. If you go back in the Bible, because I put most of the time my reference in the Bible, God said you bless your work of your hands,
Yes.
not the work of being given. So you have reached your age and you are feeling like, let's see how we can work and respect whatever you are doing. There are many people who have master's degree and what, and you can see they are doing boda and other things, and they are feeding their children. And that is very important. So, wale wanakuwa fertilizer, please make sure that you got it and you get it a good. And now, urge, because this thing is going so deep to the chief to Wasagi, Jason. Our chiefs, we saw you how you did on the last time,
Yes.
on siding on one side and corruption. Please don't bring it in fertilizer on the seedling, so that the government of Kenya can be able to succeed. Do the right things. Don't look for handout. Don't give the fertilizer on favorism. Please, so that they can reach many people. We propose that the president will do that so that he can go up to the grassroots because of Mbakumi and those people. We saw some of them how they were corrupt by that time. Please change your attitude. Let's all be in a different government. Young people, we have a country to take care. And this country is going to perform. If we agree, all of us, everybody can play his part. Even if you don't have something, you can kneel down and pray for the leadership of the country so that we can be able to succeed. Pray for our members of parliament. Pray for our senators. Pray for our president. Pray for our ministers. Pray for opposition. All of them, they're in the same country so that we can be able to succeed. And don't do bad things. I think that would be very good for young people because we have a huge followers. We have a huge young people in this country. We must make a structure of seeing how we can be able to help them. If I started with Dania, if this bottom up is coming, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, it is going up. Then why can't we did not get someone to help us by that time?
Yeah.
You guys should have upper hand of somebody who can be able to help you. So let's see what we can be able to. We have so many things, paradigm to plant, so many things, agriculture, and let's pray for our president, and I pray for him because with his leadership, let's support him for now until we may see where he wants to take us. And that's, I would say, thanks for Kenyans, and thanks for listening to me, what I've talked, and also I appreciate you as a young person. You are really focused. If you have many people who are focused like you, and who are patient, on doing from bottom up, going up, I think it will be very good. I hope you are preparing yourself for applying in the bottom up.
Tunajaribu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you.
Asante.
Asante.